Jeffrey. Thank you. Welcome, everybody. Greetings. Welcome to our 2026 Cherry Hill Seminary Spring Commencement. We are happy to welcome you to this sacred occasion when we recognize the achievements of our graduating students, launching them into the next step of their life journey. And at this time, Board Chair Dana Doerksen will offer an invocation to our guardian ancestor, Hypatia of Alexandria.
Everyone take a deep breath. Great Hypatia, light of Alexandria, philosopher, mathematician, astronomer, teacher, keeper of wisdom, seeker of truth. In the stillness of the scroll and the sweep of the stars, you sought the hidden laws of the cosmos with an unyielding mind and open heart. May your wisdom guide us through difficult times when minds are clouded and hearts are hardened. Let your courage live in us as we seek truth and justice, not to conquer, but to understand, nurture, and share. We honor you, Hypatia, our patron of intellect and spirit. Let your flame burn brightly once more, a beacon of learning, awareness, and strength, to inspire us to the pursuit of knowledge and guide us on our journey towards wisdom.
Thank you. And now I want to introduce someone that many of us know very well. Some of you may not. Dr. Robert Patrick has been on our faculty for many years, and I can honestly say he's one of the best professors I ever had anywhere in college, and has been a mentor and friend. And I know that his guiding words for our keynote today will inspire all of you. So Bob, you're on.
Thank you, Holly. Executive Director of Cherry Hill Seminary, Holli Emore, members of the board, fellow faculty, graduating students, family, and friends. It's my honor and privilege to share a few words with you today as we celebrate this wonderful moment in the lives of our graduates. A year or so ago, I wrote these words to share with my spiritual direction clients as we light a candle together. So I share both the candle and the words with you today on this special day. So many steps, so many turns, pauses, reversals, and spins, so many miles we've traveled thus far. And our journey brings us to this spot, this here, this now, this present moment. That's some powerful magic, that no matter how long we travel, no matter how much distance we make or lose, no matter the obstacles in the clear open pathway, our journey always leads us to this spot. And so, into this spot, we light a flame, make a fire, collect ourselves into the space, and we call this spot home. So in the middle of this joyous spot, this now of your lives as seminary graduates, I want to explore some possibilities with you. The possibilities of earth, sea, and sky. Whenever we stand on the shore of an ocean, we become witnesses of the earth that we stand on, the sea that spreads out as far as the eye can see, and at that place where the ocean seems to end, the sky filling up all of the rest of what seems to be reality, grounded and flowing and expansive. Many indigenous cultures around the world for generations have taken these three realities of earth, sea, and sky and embraced them as ways of understanding and grasping the possibilities of our lived human experience. They've been called many things: the three jewels, Mother Earth, Father Sky, and Sea Country, Ohana, the family of sky, sea, and earth, the great mystery, and the three realms. So for a few minutes today, let's explore what many of our ancestors knew, how to embrace the possibilities represented to us by earth, sea, and sky. At a joyful moment like this graduation day for each of you, I am willing to imagine that some of you might have some worries from the past and maybe a few anxieties about the future. I am myself way past moments of graduation, and those kinds of worries and anxieties still show up for me. When we look to the earth herself or any part of her, a stone, a tree, the soil, the millions of plants and animals that live here, even other human beings, we are, for at least the time that we spend focused on the earth, letting go of the past and refusing to be anxious about the future. Because earth is about right now, right here, in this place, in this moment, remembering that the object of our life's goal is always exactly where we stand. And yes, that does include the bad things that are happening right now in this moment. And if you're not sure where to find out what those things are, send me an email and I will show you an app for that. But when we focus on any aspect of the earth, we also have to be honest to see right now, in this moment, even with ugly things going on, the beauty, the love, the help, the grace, the kindness, the gentleness, the community, the courage, the solidarity, and the change that is always happening. We may say, well, yes, but it's so easy to focus on the bad things. They grab my attention. And that's true. And it's also true because focusing on the bad things has become a habit that many features in our culture cultivate in us. So here's the possibility of earth that I hope for each one of you as you take your next steps. We can choose to develop the habit of focusing on beauty and love, help, grace, kindness, gentleness, community, courage, and solidarity, even while keeping an eye on the bad things. Both not only can be true at the same time, but they are true at the same time. Weaving this kind of non-binary presence in the world, in my view, is one of the gifts of modern pagans. We can, when we try, see beyond the either-or world that has been crafted so far. It's time for new possibilities. and we know how to catch and call that vision. The possibility of Earth is the possibility of embracing all that we can of what is right now and making our contribution to it, our entering into it, refusing to give up the beauty because there's also some ugly. Even a lot of ugly does not diminish the beauty unless we allow it to. It's a declaration of who we are, people who open to the possibilities in the now. The possibilities of the sea. The possibility of the sea is more challenging than the possibility of the earth for me. The sea possibilities are all wrapped up in flow, in movement, in change. And maybe this is not you, but many of us find change challenging. These changes can come in three ways as I see it: to us, through us, and from us. First, sea possibilities are the possibilities of what is flowing toward us from many directions. At some point, we can see the possibilities coming. How do we respond? We can look at the possibilities moving toward us with something that rises up out of the sea of who we are, with our curiosity. It's not blind faith, but it's also not fear. Too much we have been taught to fear change. But if we engage our curiosity, we gain more information to help us make good decisions about the possibilities coming toward us. Second, sea possibilities are also the possibilities of what is flowing through us, stuff that we're feeling right now. Sea possibilities manifest in us most often as feelings, all kinds of feelings. Some are positive, others not so much. But here's the invitation. Every single feeling that we feel moving inside of us is a possibility for awareness of ourselves, of our relationships, and our places in the world. I'm willing to guess that on any given day, all of us are feeling some feelings. How do we respond? We can run, we can deny, we can avoid, we can pretend. Those responses give us temporary safety, but they also delay the inevitable. Those feelings will return. So something else emerges from the sea of who we are to help us with our feelings. Our compassion. Whatever feeling we find moving around in us like the currents and the tides of the sea, we can notice them with compassion. Whether anger, sadness, fear, loneliness, hope, joy, gladness, surprise, confusion. Rumi, the Sufi mystic and poet, says, welcome them all. Be grateful for whatever comes knocking at the door, for they've been sent as a guide from beyond, which points to another aspect of the sea of possibility. Sea possibilities are what is flowing out from us toward others. What will I send others? My fear, my love, my anger, my courage, my projections, my acceptance. Not only do we see the flow of possibilities and feel them as they move to us and through us, but we also have a choice. We have a hand in sending waves and tides of feeling out to others. The American poet and writer Maya Angelou noted that people will forget what we said and they will forget what we did, but they will not forget how we made them feel. The sea of energy we send out from ourselves to others. When we allow ourselves to move with the flow of the sea to us, through us, and from us, our lives flow. Our lives flow on and on. If the possibilities of sea are more challenging than earth, then the possibilities of sky are even more so. And yet, they're the stuff that make up the wonder and transformation of every area of human endeavor. The ongoing progress of engineering, medicine, the arts, architecture, environmental protection, agriculture, intercultural and interfaith understanding, linguistics, and all of the humanities would be nowhere without the vast, endless, spacious clouds of imagination. How many of us have even one experience of an idea suddenly coming to us as if out of nowhere, and it was just the solution we needed at the time? The possibility of the clouds of imagination. Or how many of us have seen that several people brainstorming together a solution for a difficult problem suddenly erupt with one idea building off of another until the group has their way forward? The possibility of the clouds of imagination. That's sky energy. The ancient storyteller and philosopher known as Aesop is given credit for saying that the level of our success is limited only by our imagination. And no act of kindness, he said, however small, is ever wasted. Every act of kindness is an act of our imaginations. Modern motivational speaker Ron Guerin says that we are limited only by our imagination and our will to act. The clouds of our imagination, our action that arise from it, I call that courage, the act of doing our hearts. Just imagine clouds of imagination. The endless space of sky reminds us what we are capable of when we open to it. Just imagine. Imagine no obstacles in the way, like the unending sky, no religious fighting, no wars over borders or oil or personalities. Imagine no suffering from greed or hunger. Imagine, just imagine. There was this individual who imagined all kinds of otherwise unimaginable things. At the time when he said these things or sang these things, they were considered outrageous by many. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us, above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us and the world will be as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger, a brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us and the world will live as one. I hope someday you will join us. John Lennon wrote and sang that 55 years ago. And it was a time of cultural revolution all by itself. And I think many at the time thought the work was finally done. Now we know it wasn't done. It was just beginning. And there's much to do now at a time when it looks like much of what we had accomplished may be crumbling before us. Except for the possibilities that you and I can imagine and bring to courageous action. We have good trouble and good magic to work in this world. Lennon's call to imagine takes us right back to the earth, grounded connections and community, right back to the sea of feelings and relationships, to the changes pouring out of the sky, filled with his imagination, calling and evoking our imaginations. And here we are, right here, right now, in this moment of human history that is calling for, in this spot, powerful presence, the will to take up the challenges of change and courageous imagination. And so I'm so excited for each of you, Cherry Hill Seminary graduates. All of us gathered here are. All of the roads that are your journeys unfolding are filled with the possibilities of earth, sea, and sky. For all those possibilities wrapped up in your lives, we say words that may be familiar. Merry meet and merry part and merry meet again.
Thank you, Bob. We appreciate the inspiration and please consider yourself receiving applause. And now I want to call on Dr. Deirdre Sommerlad-Rogers, who is chair of the Department of Ministry, Advocacy, and Leadership. And she has a very special announcement to make today. And so, Dr. Rogers.
Hello, all. I am actually in a place where I'm having some technical problems, and I don't know why. I keep going in and out, and I shouldn't be. So, um, and thank you all for being here. And hello, can you guys hear me?
We can hear you. We've lost your video, but that's okay. We can hear you.
Okay, good. So sorry. I thought this was going to go a lot better than it is today. Hey, Holly,
Yes,
would you please? I'm so sorry. Would you please make the announcement for me?
I sure will. I'll be glad to. Let's see. I want to get to somebody on the screen so I can spotlight her next. We are really excited to thank you, Jeffrey. And I know there's Selina. We wanted to spotlight you because today, Cherry Hill Seminary, on behalf of the Board of Directors and your faculty, including your advisor, Deirdre, are happy to award you the Master of Divinity in Ministry, Advocacy, and Leadership.
I seem to have gotten my internet together. So I wanted to say just a few words about Selina, and
Please do.
I met her when she first started here quite some time, and she's had a wonderful, beautiful journey of coming. And there was a pause that happened with Selina, and she had reached out to me to help her with some other stuff. And through that work together, she decided to come back to Cherry Hill, and it has done this amazing thesis that I am so proud of her and so proud of this process with her, that is going to be part of an even more amazing book that she's writing. And, you know, Selina's a nonfiction author, and she is also doing some amazing research. And I hope you all actually have a chance to read her thesis, because I think she's adding something really important to our understanding of our pagan community and who we are and how we got here. And you would think I'd remember the title of her thesis. It's Selina, what's the title of your thesis? I only read it 8,000 times.
I only wrote it 8,000 times. I have to look.
We have all blocked it at this point, but it's really amazing. So what she was looking at is why people leave their faith of origin and how and what draws them to become pagans. And part of her motivation for this was that she wants to be able to open up a conversation with those religions of origin in order to be able to help us create a more cohesive conversation across spiritual paths. And I think that is just so awesome. And again, this is going to be part of a much larger work. And I am so proud of you, Selina, for this journey and for all of you that you've done. And congratulations. And yeah, just congratulations, sweetie. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
There we go.
Would you like to
And
say
I'm sorry I'm
anything?
having yes, would you like to say anything, Selina?
I just want to say what an amazing journey this has been. And I started in 2008, which is a really long time ago now. And Holly we were both kind of new to Cherry Hill, and I got to work with Holly for about 10 years, covering was covering one semester per one class per semester. So if anyone is thinking about it, and don't give up. It takes time. And yeah, and I really was called to come back, and I so appreciate Deirdre helping me with that process. I couldn't have done it without any of you guys. It's been an amazing journey, and I'm so grateful. Thank you so much.
And I can't wait to see your book. So I better get a copy of that when you're done with it.
You
I'm here
will,
for
but
you in that process.
I need a little break.
What?
What?
Girl, no. No, she's got some fiction she's writing. Apparently, there's that whole other thing she does. So, all right. Well, thank you so much, Selina. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you both, and congratulations again. Thank you. Next, I'm going to call on uh, Vanessa Hurst, who is now on our board of directors, but went through the spiritual direction certificate program as well as the community ministry certificate program. And Van, there you are, right in front of me. And Van has some announcements to make as well. So we'll turn it over to you here.
So the Community Ministry Certificate Program is one of the more important programs at Cherry Hill Seminary. It provides leaders to work in many capacities in their local communities, and I have to say it is a terrific program. And I would like to recognize three people two of which have now received their certifications, and I'll talk about the third in a moment. Meagan Fischer, congratulations on becoming a community minister. May you help form and lead your community into this new era. Your community is fortunate to have you as a leader, and may you help form and lead your community into this new era. Congratulations.
And since I worked with Meagan, I'm going to pop in long enough to say I'm very, very excited to see you receive this today. And congratulations again. I know you've got lots of good things ahead of you.
The second person who has received their community ministry certification is Skyelar Peterson. So congratulations on becoming a community minister. May you be sustained by your community of choice and enliven those around you. Your community is fortunate to have you as a leader. May you help form and lead your community into this new era. And I don't think Skyelar is here today. And I was very, very fortunate to be the mentor for Gabriel Cap Nix. And we are recognizing Cap, who passed away earlier this spring. Cap was simply an amazing community minister, and we recognize the many ways that he provided leadership in his community. He was, without the certification, a community minister. I was amazed at everything that he would share. He will be sorely missed and eternally cherished by all he left behind and those who will really strive to continue to do all the good work that he started. And Cap's family is here today. So thank you for sharing Cap with us.
And we appreciate all of you being here. Thank you, Van.
You are welcome.
Okay, next, I'm going to ask Reverend Amy Beltaine to come forward. And she is going to make some presentations. Reverend Amy, there you are.
Hi. Hi, glad to be here with you today. The Spiritual Direction Certification Program forms people who are already the go-to person for their friends or who are spiritual care providers in other capacities to be ethically grounded, multi-religiously respectful, anti-oppressive, skilled, compassionate spiritual companions. In our program, we explore spiritual practices such as labyrinth walks, altar building, and body prayer. We explore invitations to go deeper, such as active imagination, myth, Visio Divina, and experience spiritual companions bring their wisdom to us from Sufi, Norse, Wiccan, Catholic, Druid, Hellenic, Kemetic, Celtic, and so many more traditions. For 2 years, an astounding cohort of individuals came together, supported one another in spiritual formation, capacity building, and skill development, and they deepened and grew as human beings. They expanded, they clarified their own relationships to the sacred and leveled up as spiritual care providers. Our refrain during the program is that each of us is whole, holy, and worthy. So today we honor these holy and worthy graduands. Brenda Cole, Lawrence Silent Lerner, who is at a conference and I don't think he was able to make it, Matthew Rick, and Tamara Van Jacobs. I know Tamara is here. I saw him.
I saw Tamara and I saw Matt.
Yep, Matt's here.
Oh, there you are. Sorry about that.
So we are so delighted to celebrate the completion of your journey and to honor you as you are going forth to serve your communities and your world, our whole world.
Congratulations to each of you. Thank you for making this journey with us. Okay, and next, I'm going to ask Diane Cacciato to come forward.
Hi, everybody. I am the instructor of the Writing as a Spiritual Practice program. And we had 4 really wonderful students come through and finish the program. I think we've got Chris is here, and I believe Diane Sontum is here, but I don't believe Mena is with us. And sadly, partway through our year-long program, we lost one of our students as well. Linda Slack was made it almost all the way through to the end, and she was a wonderful addition to the class, and we miss her very much, all of us. This program, this was the second cohort of the CWASP program, and the anthology that is coming out of this will be released later this year. It's the second volume of the Hypatia Dreaming anthology. And I would really encourage all of you to get a copy of this and take a look at some of the writing that our students have done. It's really fabulous work, and they should all be very, very proud of themselves. And I know that I am proud of all of you. So Chris Rothbauer and Diane Sontum and Mena Strong and Linda Slack, congratulations to all of you. You all did really wonderful work this year.
Congratulations. I'm excited for all of you too. Thank you, Diane. And Chris and Di, thank you for making this journey with us. We have now reached the end of our program, although I'm sure you'll all agree with me that as with any initiation, this is only the beginning of the next part of the journey. So I do want to say that I don't have to remind us that we're all living in very uncertain times, and Bob mentioned that. And in such uncertain times, there is a critical need for those who are trained to weave connection and bring forth healing. All of us present charge each of our graduates to tend your light carefully, to shine it fearlessly for those who might look to you. Go with our blessing and know that your Cherry Hill Seminary family will always be here for you. Thank you. Our ceremony is ended.